Futo's VC, Nnena OT, should be sued and fired for Pantami's fraud professorship. Welcome to the news, and thank you for tuning in to listen. I could have chosen to make this message private, but the ongoing ASUU strike in Nigeria's public university is a public issue. In an astonishingly absurd perversion of moral logic, the Vice-Chancellor of the Federal University of Technology, Owerri, Nnena OT, who should be sued and terminated for desecrating our university by fraudulently and illegally conferring a professorship, or more correctly, Professorship, on an undeserving serving minister, has sued the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU, for pointing out her fraud and requesting her to reverse it. We all know about what has been going on concerning Pantami, who has been parading himself as, anyone you hear them call academics, he will come out and say, it is us, Awani, we are the people who are the main scholars. And we are looking at him until this wind of crisis started blowing. And even if care is not taken, the academic board of Futo, who conferred the so-called professorship on him without carrying out proper investigations or without, making him go through the process, they are going to be caught in a they would going to be put in a very tight position. Well, let's find out more. My ears are itching. The news in detail, please stay with us. In September 2021, OT also instructed a bunch of comically illiterate lawyers who are incapable of writing a sentence in English that isn't a rib-tickling mockery of the language based in Okuta to threaten me with a lawsuit for consistently calling out the in-your-face fraud of promoting and appointing or promoting Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami as a professor while he is a serving government minister. It is only in Nigeria that you can get that sort of unbelievably shameless goal from a person who is caught wallowing in such barefacedly manifest moral decay. Most people will recoil in horror and shame when their accounts pants down in such unacceptably objectionable conduct as cheapening and selling their highest academic positional honor of the university to a vain, title-hungry, unworthy charlatan who has no prior association with the university and who cannot by law be appointed to the position. I don't know if she has truly sued ASUU, since her threats to sue me since September, which she repeated 3 times later, haven't materialized to this day, even though I haven't done what her imbecilic and nascent lawyers requested. But if she has, then that would be golden, because it will provide an opportunity to once and for all expose her fraud for the world to see. If she hasn't, ASUU Futo, which has now reversed its previous berating endorsement of a fraud, should sue her. If ASUU would not sue her, Futo's Alumni Association should. The association issued a strongly worded press statement on Friday, forcefully endorsing ASUU's position on Pantami's professional fraud. Whether she sues or she is sued, here are the issues that will be proved in court. In an interview with Saturday Tribune on September 18, 2021, Futo's registrar by the name of John Inabuihe said Futo advertised the position of Professor of Cybersecurity along with other academic position in September 2020, and that Pantami applied for it and got it. I found that advertisement the registrar talked about on this link to qualify to be appointed professor of any discipline, including cybersecurity. According to the job advertisement, applicants should possess a doctorate degree in the relevant field plus a minimum of 12 years post-qualification experience in teaching and research in the university. The job ad also said applicants should demonstrate ability to initiate, develop, and supervise research, capacity for academic leadership, and a good record of scholarly publications with web presence of 70% and registration with relevant professional bodies where necessary. Pantami's academic profile isn't anywhere remotely close to meeting these requirements. He got his PhD in 2014 and taught at the Islamic University of Medina from 2014 to 2016 before resigning and taking up a government job as the DG of NITDA in 2016. In other words, Pantami has only 2 years of post-qualification experience in teaching and research in university. That is 10 years short of a 12 that the job ad requires. OT should defend in the court how she appointed someone with only 2 years of post-PhD experience as a professor. Similarly, in his entire academic career, from graduate assistant at JA1Ł in 2004 after a spillover there for a poor academic performance to assistant professor at the Islamic University of Medina in 2016, Pantami has only 10 low-quality publications that can be found on the web that fall short of the requirements contained in the job ad, which consists on a good record of scholarly publications with web presence of 70%. A Futo lecturer also shared with me the school's internal promotion guidelines to move up the positional ladder to be appointed to the position of reader, which is roughly equivalent to associate professor in the American system. A candidate should, after 3 years as a lecturer, which is roughly equivalent to an earlier career assistant professor, which Pantami was, have 10 journal articles, 5 conference papers, and some postgraduate student supervision. Since Pantami didn't spend up to 3 years as an assistant professor by Futo's internal promotion guidelines, he was not even qualified to be associate professor. Futo international guidelines for promotion to the rank of professor are 3 years as a reader, 15 journal articles, 7 conference presentations, and PhD supervision. Pantami falls short of that. But that is even irrelevant. It is a violation of Nigeria Public Service rules for 7 ministers to seek or accept another appointment while they serve as ministers. Had Pantami resigned his appointment as minister and relocated to Futo to teach, I would have considered the fact of his being unqualified to a professor as the internal problem of Futo that is unworthy of public discourse. But this is a clear case of academic corruption and abuse of power. If Pantami weren't a government minister, he would never have the chose power to apply to be professor at Futo. If he did, Futo would have laughed him out of existence. By the way, how many Northern Muslims are professor at Futo before Pantami's fraudulent appointment? I can hazard guess a 0. OT should be made to tell the world why she and her predecessor, Francis A, violated federal law by appointing a 7th minister who isn't qualified even if he weren't a minister as a professor. It will open a can of worms that should lead to their censure. So I welcome the legal battle she has started. Futo Governing Council should urgently initiate the process for the removal of the Vice Chancellor if they're not on the fraud themselves. That is for corruption, incompetence, and trafficking in reprehensibly illegality. They have roasted these people. These people are what? Roasted. We'll watch and see how it all plays out. My ears are itching for more. On this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of the day.